Could be worse. Just to recap, we got the trike, which it's been about 3 hours since I started, and 1 hour and a half was kind of wasted looking for a high-level trike, which wouldn't have been possible because the settings were set. So it was max level 30, so what a waste of time that was. And then finally I wouldn't settle on this level 58 trike that was around. I was a little stubborn about it. So that caused some problems, but finally I just took it. And right now what we need to do is get to work on building this raft up. So we're going to get to that right away. And we got lots of time here. We'll head for stone first. I'll start a little further away. Oh, this looks like a pretty good patch. We'll get him on follow. And we'll just be chopping, grinding away to get this work done. And that'll help us rank up that trike anyways, which will be good, because right now he kind of blows. He's got to be a utility trike. I'd like to get him just to be fighting, but I need this guy to do just about everything for me right now. So stone's the main order of the day. Sorry guys, I got allergies. Yeah, so we started. I think I'm going to get an attack because it's an inconvenient time. So we started, level 0 earlier this afternoon. Need some wood and thatch to fix this up. Lucky we got some trees close by. Started level 0 earlier this afternoon. And we're slowly working our way up here. And I want to get the raft up tonight with a forge and smithy in it. And then I'm going to move to the top of the bay and probably park it there. There's at least a few decent dinos around. I saw an ankylo, a couple other things, so we'll get those trapped up and start taming them up. And it's late, but I've got at least another 2 or 3 hours left in me, I think, before I just simply get arced out. Which will make a 9-hour start, which isn't bad. We'll get this guy filled. His stamina blows. Health blows. Movement speed is good, so that's kind of fun that we got a little advantage there. Definitely going to run into some food issues as we progress here. Not sure what I still got cooking. Got the boxes organized, so that helps to move things along a little faster as well. I need wood and stuff for those foundations as well, right? Lots of stone around, decent amount at least. And my cat's back inside, so I close that door up. One thing for sure, she likes to snooze on my bed. Well, I got a couple of them, but does not enjoy having the light on all the time. But it's kind of hard to stream in the dark, so what are you going to do? I'm carrying 2 bows with no ammo in them, that's awesome. These crap box tools. But that's it, the early game's more, well, I guess it's, Ark's grindy throughout, but at least with the trike we can work a little quicker. I wouldn't want to build the raft without the trike, that's for sure. I wouldn't build much until I have at least a dino that can carry the load. You won't catch me building too much, but a foundation. In this case, the only reason I have that little wood hut there is I got it from a supply drop. Otherwise, no go. We're going to need some wood. Let's just double check. I think foundation is wood thatch, so we'll get some of that. Get a balance of everything. And we'll craft and build in the trike. We need, what, 7 foundations, quite a few ceilings. Let's see, 7 foundations, because we already got 2 down. And then a whole wraparound of ceilings, a couple ramps, so it's pretty big job. And then comes all the, walls and blah blah blah. It's one person, I'd say, I don't know, I wouldn't want to guess, but it's a couple hours work for sure. Just need a couple stone to fix up that rock pick there, I think. Should be like 1. Maybe flint. It must be flint. And this trike's gonna be a savior. I mean, there's nothing really too violent around here. It might catch the odd Sarco, but the trike still can battle. I'm happy to battle a raptor with it because of its pushback. And now that I got the bed, I'm not even too worried about that. I got the quick whistle, so if I can easily switch that trike. He's probably on passive right now, but I can easily switch him to attack your target in a quick second. So. Pretty sure I'm gonna wait up on this load. Pretty close. Let's craft some foundations now. There's 4, so 3 more of those and we're good. And I'll level up pretty good like this. The trike will level up decently too, just running around with me. Meat's gonna be a minor problem. I don't know what I got cooked. We have a stash of berries, but we should get some clothes on this girl. I feel a little perverted because she's naked. We'll get her some cloth stuff made when we get back. Cover her up a little, poor thing. Carrying those foundations with us. I do prefer third person when I'm hammering away, so we're just gonna have to deal with her butt for now. Sorry buddy, getting bopped in the nose there. Supply drop would be cool on the way back. Wouldn't complain. Really do. I don't care white or blue in the early game. More than happy to take whichever one it is. That's how I got my first bed. Did some thatch. Well, I'll clear up these rocks first. I'm starting to get pretty happy with my overall stats as well. A little more speed, but let's go stamina. I just don't want to waste the engram points right now on the clothing. That's the real issue there. Not enough wood. You can craft a couple though. I think it's wood I'm going to be short on here. Well, stone as well. We need wood, stone, thatch is good. Kind of pick up enough of that just running around with the hatchet, really. I'm going to work our way back because I would imagine he's starting to get a little bit heavy. Nothing like a little late night arc. I've been at it since early today. Besides the game, obviously, I got the four map cluster to take care of. A lot to do. Ah, see, I got those. I thought I moved that so it wouldn't be going in that. Those foundations are the issue here. There we go. Amazing how much food you burn through when you're cutting up stuff. Oh, I'm ranking up fast though. It's crazy. It's the crafting of the foundations that's doing it. I'm not complaining about that. Yeah, so I'd love to tame some dodos and dilos while I'm doing this, but I'm a little worried it'll be a waste of time without gates, because I'll end up kind of stuck, They could get killed easily by anything while I'm logged off. So I'm kind of prioritizing the gates first. Let's move him right up close here. Get that stone, be able to shift around. It's probably enough to at least get our foundations down. We'll place them and then we'll get to work on the ceilings. This is going to break. Let's grab a little stuff to repair it fast. What am I missing to fix it? Yeah, so welcome everybody. We're just getting to work on this raft here. It's going to have a trap and a house on it, and then finally a smithy forge and a couple boxes, a bed. And then we'll be moving along up to the top of this bay here to bring us a little closer to the snow and where the good dinos are. And from there, we'll just keep moving along. Not 100% sure where I'm going to build my permanent base yet, but probably right on the border of the snow, so I can have access to some of those better dinos. And we're pretty close to at least getting the floor of the raft down foundation-wise, which are a little bit more work than the ceilings, so the ceilings should go a little bit faster. Hopefully. We needed 7, so that's enough of those. To those boxes. We'll whip up a few ceilings fast. Alright, perfect. Well, you're not supposed to come with me. Oh, I gotta cook some meat as well. No idea where I left it. Don't even have any? Any in the firing pit by any chance? Yes, sir. That'll work for now. Did I unlock the ceilings? Yeah. Well, we need quite a few of those. We've got a few of these made. We need a lot of those. It's a big job. No way around it. So I assume it's stone, wood, and thatch for the ceilings as well, undoubtedly. Yeah. If I can wake up tomorrow with the raft done, I'll be pretty happy. I'll be able to run a good session at, maybe get started by 2, 3 in the afternoon. Put in 10 hours probably, and get a lot done in that time, because things will that trike tame was a heavy use of time. Not once it was knocked out, it was finding it. I was being too picky. I wanted 75 plus. I was really kind of dreaming to get a 145 or something, but no luck. We are getting stuff done, though. No doubt about it. We're moving along quick. But it's I mean, just, even once I don't want to swim out for those stones. Even once the ceilings are done, it's a lot more after that. I haven't done this alone in a long time. The last raft I built, or early game, I started with someone else, so. You stuck? Come on. So it was two of us. We swam out to PvE Island, actually, or Herbivore Island. We swam out there, built our raft, tamed a trike, tamed an Ankilo. So we were pretty well good to start, but, you know, 2 people goes quick. A lot quicker than this. I feel like my trike's kind of lost interest in this job. Quit slacking, buddy. Let's go. Alright, he's coming along. Might as well kill anything that's a possible threat. Course, and it never hurt to have that hide. Spoiled meat, and meat's always going to be good, so anything except for, you know, I'll leave the dodos for now because it's not the focus, but any Trudons, Pegamastics, or Dilos are going to have to get killed. Probably better to get on the trike and do it, but with my weight plus his weight, he might be a little bit heavy for that. Pretty sure by this point both me and the trike would have a rank up. Just need a little more stone. Stone, stone, stone. I've been a pretty safe area so far. A couple Sarcos. The Raptors are, luckily for now, are a little further north. So I ran a pack of 3 a little earlier. The south of here I haven't seen much. It's been pretty calm. That I gotta remember to go to third person. That bouncing up and down when you're tired is a killer. Not as annoying as the allergies, though. They drive me a little nuts. That's just unfortunately the way it is. I don't want to do shots for the rest of my life to get rid of it, so. Well, it's not the rest of your life, it's 5 years, but I would have a hard time making that commitment of showing up every week for that long. I'll tell you, I think I created a lovely looking character. She's quite well built. First time playing with a female character, actually. And I mainly wanted to do it for the sound effects, just to have a different her than the dude, you know. Just heard that dude for 3 years. I could handle something different for sure. Let's see how many ceilings we can make here. I think it'll be a decent amount. Sure need a lot of them though. And we need a lot because I need a roof as well. I'm going to put a roof on the trap right away just so I can, once I get my pterodon, I won't have to do any work to get the Argent. This guy blows on stamina. I'm going to be going stamina, health, and weight with this guy more than anything. Stamina, health first though, because those are a little low. My character, I could care less about torpor right now. I'm just going weight, health, stamina, and speed, which is already pretty good. Once I hit 119 on speed, that'll be it for a long time. Might as well start getting the stuff to fix the hammer right now. Hatchet. it very soon. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's a little upset. I just punched him a few times, I think. She's gonna get bigger muscles, I'll tell you that much. She's been working real hard. Nice shoulders. Get some solid shoulders on the go. Start working our way back now, because the trike's gonna get heavy and I'm gonna get heavy soon enough. Well, the trike probably could handle quite a bit. Did I really just rank up again? This is insane. We'll go 200 weight, 200 stamina, 200 health, and then we'll get back onto some speed till we're at 119. Should work out pretty well. Oh boy. Oh, and I'm heavy too. Yeah, just tank that for now, buddy. He's taking a lot of damage here. I gotta time these punches real good. There we go. So rank up the track pretty good. Come on in. Gotcha. Oh, gotta stay calm, you know, transfer out that weight first. Get on point. We got a dead raptor. Definitely good for the trike to kill a raptor. I was wondering that. I was figuring they'd be along pretty soon. There's always raptors around here, especially on the other side of the water. And they sometimes swim around chasing stuff. Hey, potential. How's things going on the island, bud? Things are going good here now. My trike just got its first kill. A little Raptor 76. Not bad. Took a little heat, tanked a little bit of damage, but that's why I love him over the turtle. You know, he's got that killer punch. Look at him climb over that rock. He's real happy about killing that raptor. That's why he's feeling good. Man, back in the day, the pathing, when this game first came out, the pathing was madness. Just madness. So I have a pretty big grind coming. I got the foundation done for the rafts. Now I'm working on ceilings. And then the walls, the smithy, and the... Oops, I kept everything with me. Yeah, it's a lot of work to do. But man, am I ranking up fast right now. Just like feels like every time I turn around, I'm boosted up. Which is fine. I'll end up, at this point in the game, I find I end up ranking up faster than I need it. Okay, we gotta get on a wood load here. Let's work our way back. Is there any more? Now I'll get this last stone. I gotta do third person because it's just, you know what, we're gonna make her some pants. It's just not feeling good about it. Poor girl. Oh, it won't happen. I have so much experience with those. I'm not running my raft out in the deep water, man. The raft is just for early game. It's an early game trap, mobile bed, mobile everything, and I keep it right close to shore where the leads can't get to. So no, I'm not even, it's not even a concern at all. I've been down that road, real tough road when they first came out and I wasn't used to them. I was on a center map, no fly. So the raft was critical and lost a couple rafts. And when they first came out, especially on center, there was a spawn issue. There was just absolutely tons of them. But the raft will just be cruising around here. I just wanted to go up north over there. And it gives me a mobile trap. And, you know, I won't be making any dangerous crossings with it. I know a lot of people hate on the raft because they're like, oh, the lead, the lead. I can stay close to the shore and work my way all the way up to the northeast if I want. No problem. The only danger is when I go around the swamp, and that's a quick trip. Yeah, that would be it. I'll tell you a true story. On that island that you're on right now, when my brother and I first day, we swam out to Herbivore Island. We were level ones. We started new, or were we? I'm not sure. I don't think. No, we transferred in from Aberration through the cluster. So we swam out to Herb Island with nothing. We didn't bring anything with us from Ab. I just can't remember if we started fresh or not. But anyways, so we over there we built our first raft, tamed our first trike, and the plan was to build in the northeast. We had a huge base up there, right where the river connects to the sea there. And I'll tell you, bringing that raft back the first time, it was pretty nerve-wracking, you know. It scared the bejesus out of me, to say the least. Let's get a hat too. Craft another bow while we're here. 2 bows, why not? So yeah, those things are pretty creepy. I don't love them. Alright, now you got some pants, honey. You're good to go. We need more wood. Yeah, no, we got across without any lead that time, but I mean, it could have gone either way, you know? It was we were nervous about it. We had our Ankilo, our trike, God knows what else. We had it stacked with dinos, and all our gates. Our plan was to go to the northeast, which is super dangerous, right where the river exits to that ocean. It's a Rex and Spino spawn, along with terror birds, raptors, carnos, you name it. So we had about 15 or 20 gates and gate frames pre-built. Our smithy, our forge, everything we were going to need for the early game was in there. So, you know, it was if that raft was lost, it was 2 full days of work, right? 2 full heavy shifts, long shifts, weekend shifts, to get everything built with the tames. And, you know, but we made it, and we got the gates around, and it worked out. Yeah, I kind of wrecked the game. I mean, it made sense for PvP because I guess they wanted to stop people from... Where are you, Trikey? Oh, I guess he's too heavy or something? Yeah, he's just lost. You know, in PvP, especially when you were new, that's what was great. If you were solo on a PvP, you could go drive that raft to the middle of nowhere, hide it, you know, and hope for the best. And they took that away because you can't log off while it's in the deep water. So that's a bit of a shame. God, stone? Are you serious? Okay, we're just gonna move some stuff over here. So that, you know, I'm a big raft guy. I love rafts. And they're limited use now. Before that, the only real place you had to worry was the swamp, because something could pull you off. But now, nope. Now it's a much bigger problem. I'm going to need a new mortar and pestle, but I'm not going to make it now. 11, eh? We'll go place what we have as we work our way back. I'm surprised I can't make more. What am I missing? Yeah, good. Yeah, yeah. No, there's a lot of great reasons for them. I'd definitely, with the lead even sticking to the shore, I'd be much more comfortable moving like 5-10 dinos jammed onto a raft than walking them. You know, if you got a few guys, it's okay. Someone on top on an Argent checking the front. If you have one in the front, one in the back, and one in the air, it's not so bad, but otherwise, no thanks. I'll place what ceilings I have and see what I'm missing. Don't even have to worry about closing that door. It's kind of fun. And I don't have the, like you guys have 2 or 3, I think I had to reduce it to 2 times. But you guys used to have 3 times builds there, so I could make some really cool rafts. I gotta be pretty conservative with this one. Just don't have I've got this set to whatever vanilla is, so. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm gonna have a hard time getting on. I'm gonna have a hard time getting on. Was that a piranha? Should be able to make the jump. Actually, what am I thinking? I'm just gonna cut the seeds. I am on vanilla. You're not on vanilla over there. No chance. You can do 2 stories and 2 times. It was 3 times, but we were having some troubles. Now, in the old days, I'd have it on 3 times rafts and people would build these monstrosities, which was kind of cool, like some really neat stuff. But now they're a little more conservative. It's like, kind of, what's the point to building that huge raft at this point? Alright, where am I going for my next batch of stone? It's starting to get further and further away, which would have been nice to have the raft just for that. Actually, let's unload what we don't need out of you here real quick. And we better get some more meat cooking too. Oh, nice batch of narco berries. Let's go get this to work. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love it. You can do a lot. You know, my raft was really neat. You can see it in some of my other videos, but it was Adobe. It was pretty awesome. I was quite happy about it. I had my garden on it. Like, I had a huge base in the Northeast, and then the people I played with all the time kind of bounced, so I didn't want to take care of it anymore. So I took all the good stuff out and went and lived in a little cottage on Craig's Island so I could be near the districts where the tribe is. And it was pretty awesome. Oh, he probably wants some berries. And I made this really nice raft to start. I finally did build a little house around there, but I had this really nice raft to start. 2 stories, trap on one side, house on the other, and then a house on top of the trap. And I just loved it. Let's get rid of everything and we'll grab some stone and wood out of there. Ooh, doesn't even fit. Actually, that's what I want. My bad. Berries shouldn't even be in there. Kind of a waste, that bow now. Alright, I'm gonna just take everything for now, buddy. Sorry about that. Not in the mood to organize boxes again right now at all. It's the exact same thing, yeah. They're considered the same, eh? And I believe in this game, the raft is considered a dino. Well, I don't believe, it's a certainty. So the raft is considered a dino, and it's a platform saddle on it. So your Quetzal, all of it's set to the same. I'll just kill you now because your friends are coming soon enough. And it was 3 times up until Thursday. We had these ridiculous settings. 10,000 dinos per tribe. I added a 0 to buildings in range, so instead of 1,300, it was 13,000, like units, you know? And raft was 3 times. Yeah, exactly. It reacts, when you're admin and you write destroy tribe dinos, it wipes out the rafts, right? So, it reacts like a raft in so many ways. I'd imagine you could Pokemon them, but I'm not sure. No idea, really. This guy's got weird eyes. Black. So yeah, it used to be pretty cool, but I mean, even 2 times is still like 140 items, I think. So it's not terrible, but yeah, nice. It's not terrible, but it's not what it used to be because the settings were out of control, and I thought the server could definitely handle it. The Golden Gate Bridge I built was stupid. I mean, it was thousands of pieces, like talking 700 or 800 electric wires, probably 500-600 foundations, maybe more like 800 underneath the foundation. Like it was nuts, man. Take a look at it if you can on either YouTube. The best tour of it is a YouTube video called the Golden Gate Bridge Tour. I doubt you've seen anything like it. I even had a little cemetery for the men that died. Yeah, maybe you've seen it already, but it's on my YouTube channel, and I'm quite proud of it. 33-hour build. Tore it down twice because it wasn't perfect enough. And that's a lot of wires to demo gun. I knew it was going to have to go. I actually kind of planned to just leave it for 3 days. Because it's just too hard on people that aren't running powerhouse computers. Like, you couldn't even fly by there, you know? Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. So I knew, when I made it, I knew it was going to have to go eventually. No plans to keep it permanently for a lot of reasons. Particularly, you know, new joins join, and you know, you got 8 gigs of RAM, and the thing's just a monster headache. I'm not 100% sure how many ceilings I need, but I know I need a lot either way. Well, the video on YouTube's cool too, because it gives kind of a description of how I built it. You get to see how all that stuff's done, and the cemetery part. And then I talk with Bayou Billy, and you see kind of, there's a couple tours I did of the districts. If you wanted to, there's a district tour right before it kind of got made a little smaller. A player named Sear had built another amazing bridge. So District 1 had a bridge, and then there was another bridge between District 2 and 3, and that's how it started. I was up late one night, couldn't sleep, and I was like, oh, I'll just build a quick bridge for when District 3, I was going to build District 3 the next day, just the walls. And then I got this idea that I wanted to build a suspension bridge. And I did, and then it wasn't the suspension, then I got the idea to build the Golden Gate Bridge, but it was flat on the water, so I had to start over, take all the wires down, and do it so it was suspended. And then I wasn't happy with the placement of the tile, and you know, it just went from there until finally I had what I wanted. And my plan was to build a landmark on each map, and I was going to do the, I guess you pronounce it Yichen Itza from Mexico, but that plan's kibosh now, of course, because it's too much strain on people with 8 gigs of RAM or an older card or an older motherboard. You know, it's just not right. It's greedy in a sense. Yeah, just the community. I mean, obviously the other videos you don't need to watch. You got enough time in. Don't watch the tutorials. There's just a couple. There's one of the districts. You know, it's called the Tour of the Districts, and you kind of get to see the community and how the village used to look. I'm glad I made videos of it all, because they're really fond memories for me, man. Like, at one point that tribe was like the coolest batch of people you ever seen. You know, just a great people. And at the end of the video where I tour the Golden Gate, Bayou Billy's one of my favorite guys in that tribe. There's a lot. Like, when I say one of, it's because there's a lot of them that I really like. I'm gonna move this guy's follow to closer. In fact, can't do it from here. But I have a little chat with Bayou Billy after, and we tour around and meet some of the people and stuff. And that tribe at its peak, the tribe and the community still holds as good as it ever was. But that tribe at its peak was, I don't know, something amazing, man. I'll never forget it. It still is cool. It's just so reduced, and a big reduction was from school starting. Guys like Veers Mimph and Sear were cool guys. You know, we lost a lot of people because of September. We just don't have the time, you know. School's pretty deep, and the arc's pretty deep, so. People going back to university, some people going back to high school, or middle school in some cases. Alright. So that slowed things down. And then, as the server grows, like the tribe is a big help when your server has 0 players to get people in, you know, and a lot of those people moved off to start their own tribes. So that's another reason, which is kind of the point. So it works out. Yeah, that's it. And if it was me, like I'm already good. You know what I mean? Like I had my business I sold and stuff, but I would say to anybody, like, school's the future, your future, right? It's not. I mean, okay, maybe you can fuck around a little bit in high school and stuff, but when you're talking about paying for university, you don't want to sacrifice. It's hard. Obviously, it's a lot more fun to play a game sometimes, but it's not worth it to risk that for a game, in my opinion. Yeah, we'll cut back on the roofs now. We'll see how we're doing on that. Yeah, that's it, right? Ark's not going to pay the bills. You got to think about your future. I mean, if you're like into modding, developing, and this your career is video games, okay, but I mean, I can name you a couple people I worked with in the restaurant business that have been waiters for 30 years because and one of them's a game developer, but too late now, right? They're not hiring a guy that's been out of school for that long. Kept putting it off, like the money he was making being a waiter. So, you know, had he just quit that waiter job at 23, 24, he'd probably be doing what he loves right now. And his thing is he plays tons and tons of video games, and it's supposed to be so he can become a video game developer. But he's still waiting tables. And it's a high-paying job. He's clearing $55,000 a year, you know, but it's tough. It's tough on the body after 20, 30 years. This is a restaurant with 500 seats, jam-packed all the time. It's where I learned the main part of what I needed to know to do what I did. So these guys make really good money, but do they love what they're doing? I don't know. Need a few stims just for game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the end of that, right? Yeah, I won't be adding the 2 here for now, just because I don't know how many pieces I can put. But usually I put those 2 on my trap so I can shoot stuff. So I think that's the end of that too. So that's all we need is ceiling. So boy, I made a lot extra. Yeah, did I ever? We'll use them after though. No big deal. I thought I made some fucking walls earlier. What the fuck did I do with those? Oh, there we go. Just 2. Yippee. Well, back to work, Mr. Trike. What else you got in here that's useless? Nothing really. I'll keep it all. Let's go. Wow, what an epic job this is. Wouldn't mind those 3 times harvest and XP right now. Well, the harvest anyways. Wouldn't be crying about that. XP's coming along super fast anyways. Already level 36. Yeah, especially that kind, right? I mean, nowadays you kind of might change careers 3 or 4 times, but oh boy, we gotta get some food here. He's got a bunch of berries in him. But, you know, you don't want to pass too long between, like, you know, you take, and especially that's the thing about waitering is if you're good at it and you get in the right place, it's a lot of cash. You know, you're making $250 every Friday night after taxes. It's hard to go on to another job, you know. Yeah, it gets slow after for sure. So you get addicted to this cash, and then it's like, well, next year I'll work on that, or next year I'll work on that. So. And that could apply to factory jobs paying, like, I don't know about where you're from. In Canada, a decent factory job's probably $25, $30 an hour. You might hate it. It might be repetitive. But it's hard to chase your dream. Then all of a sudden you got a kid and a mortgage. and then forget about it. You're tied down. So time is key. Timing is important. And the thing is, you're going to spend a lot of your life at work. And if you hate your job but you're trapped in it, it's kind of shitty because that's a big part of your life. It's gone. So you might end up a little poor for a little while, but you got to take some risks to get the life that you want. Even if, even if everyone's telling you not to. Dialogue. It's gonna go. Oh, I'm surprised he hit me. I thought I was dodging that for sure. Oh, in some ways I was, man. In some ways I was for a long time. I was a manager of a big restaurant full of young people for 10 years-ish before I got my own place. And, you're kind of coaching people as you go, so. And I'm doing life coaching right now, aren't I? I mean, you already know what you're doing, and you had all this, I think you had this figured out before we talked, but someone might watch it later and catch on a bit too. I think we'll just do 4 of these will be enough. And I don't, it's hard to life coach when you're not sitting on, I'm very comfortable, but I'm not sitting on millions, you know what I mean? I'm a happy person though. That's a lot, and I'm doing this all the time and I'm not getting paid and I'm still eating and surviving really well, so definitely worked out pretty good for me, but I think if you really want to, I don't know anyways, I just don't know if I'm the best person to life coach because I haven't quite got to where I want to go yet. Still figuring it out myself. And I spent 25 years doing something I didn't love just to make money and accomplish a goal. So that's not 25 years, probably like, I did love being a waiter actually, and I did love the high volume restaurant business in downtown Montreal, so I actually shouldn't say that. It's not even right. But I grinded, man. I grinded. I made some bad, I spent too much money in the bars after work and stuff before, so. I did not lead a perfect life by any means up until this point, so tell people how they should be living. But I know for sure, there's a few things I know for sure. And that is that, you're going to die one day, and at the very end of it, you don't want to be looking back thinking about all the stress and shit. If you're stressed out and upset all the time, at the end of your days, you're going to have a big bag of moments there sitting right next to you while you're 90. And you want as many of those moments to be good moments as possible. So if they're not, you got to find out what the problem is and fix it, because otherwise one day it's going to be over and you're going to be like, fuck, Got to watch out for that. That's one of the philosophies I've already shared, but there's 2 I live by. The 2 main principles. Number 1, life is but a series of moments. And at the very end, you want to have a big collection of the best moments possible. And the other one is perception creates your reality. So that's not to say that I think I can fly and I'll jump off a building. But if your attitude about doing something is fucking shit, right, then it's going to be shitty. So, an example of this, and it was tough, but I had to go help my dad with something a month or 2 ago. There was going to be a bad job. No way around it. It was going to be bad for my dad's an accountant, has his own firm. And he's got an older lady whose husband's died. She's got quite a few millions, and the husband ran everything for her. So now my dad had to kind of step in and help out. We had to go empty out this friggin' shed full of paper and art. And it's all heavy boxes, and it all should have gone in the garbage, but she wants to go through it. And, it's grunt work, hardcore grunt work. And I knew it was going to be that way. And my attitude on the way there and throughout was, man, good, because I've been sitting at a computer for a month and I need the exercise, you know. It was still a tough job, and of course, the job feels below you, right? You shouldn't be doing that kind of job, but man, I got some good exercise and 2 days of spending time with my dad and working and it was just a horribly managed job because she wanted to keep this stuff, and it's old papers. It's all junk. It's all old prints, steel plates to make artistic prints out of. I'm sure they don't do it this way anymore, but that are worn out. They can't be used anymore because they've been used too much, and here we are moving these things back and forth, you know. Yeah, it's good. That's good. I was at a birthday party for my niece and an old friend of mine who I used to, you know, way back in the day, we used to go to uh, clubs with these sick electronic DJs. We were seeing them in Montreal at these little places nobody's heard of, and big time partying and stuff. And you know, she's got a great job for the government now and a kid and a good husband and all this stuff. And I obviously don't party like that anymore either. And she had said, you know, I think I did everything I needed to do before I had kids and got married. You know what I mean? So she didn't ruin her life by partying too much. She stopped at one point, you know, and got herself. And she didn't say got herself straight. She always had a good job and worked hard. But I mean, she just, you know, grew up. But she got everything done that she had to get done. So she's not looking back saying, she's not trying to live in the past. You know, she's not trying to look back on her past and be like, oh, I missed out or I didn't do this. No, she got what she had to do done, you know. And I think I went a little further with it just because I happened to work in downtown Montreal. I probably should have slowed down a little bit earlier, but I really understood what she was saying. And she's a great girl. I was a good friend. We didn't have a relationship like that. We were just really good friends. And, you know, we'd go out and dance all night. And there's usually 4 to 6 of us in a little group. And then we'd all go to the hotel after that we had to just chill. Not like you know, just friends. And it was great times, man. And these were, you know, this is a ways back, but these were people like DJ Tiesto before he was anybody. You know, it was 30 people there and other DJs that became famous. And this girl knew she had all these connects and you know, just eventually just stopped doing that. You know what I mean? It's hard on the body, but certainly glad we did it. And she had nailed it down because we have other friends on Facebook and it's like, they're still living like we were in high school. I'm 41 years old, you know. High school's a far ways back, and these people are still fucking doing the same thing. And we were kind of chatting about them, you know, a little gossip, make yourself feel a little better, trashing others sort of deal. And I was like, yeah, you know, and she had said that, and I was like, yeah, I'm with you, man, I'm with you. I feel what you're saying there. Let's see how we're doing with these walls. Craft what we can, start placing. It's going to have to be minimalist because I just don't know. I have not built a raft without the raft boost in such a long time. I'm not sure what I need to do this here. I'm going to have to get the gate up too. Might as well get that gate up. I like to start with the gate actually. So let's put this in the box and go out and get our gate made. Well, you know what? I hate to say it, but you know, apparently, I don't know how they could study this. It sounds like a pile of shit, but apparently like 90% of the world's conversations are gossip. And you know, when someone's being an idiot and you're doing better, it doesn't make you feel bad. You know what I mean? You don't feel like shit kind of yapping about them a little bit, so it is what it is. My younger sister and I, whenever I get together with my sisters, you know, we'll be talking shit about someone a little bit. It's not all the conversation, of course, and you like to say you don't do it or you're above it, but bullshit. Everybody does it. And you feel better about yourself, you know. It's terrible. It's terrible. I got a good self-esteem and shit, but still like to crack wise, making fun of people. Yeah, it's good having you around, man. Like just gossiping while you grind. I'm not even looking at what I'm doing in the game, just doing it, right? Just passing the time ideally. I guess that's what Metal is a younger guy, but he's in my Twitches sometimes, and he's like, Just don't end it, man. I'm grinding metal, you know, or I'm grinding stone, and it's like I get it, like, because this is on cruise control, as they say, right? You don't really need to think for it. I've got another rank up to do here. I gotta get. What am I working on now? Let's get this gate unlocked right away here. That's what we need now. Not necessarily we need the gate frame, not necessarily the gate. Get it unlocked anyways. I'm happy the girl's got pants on now. It's getting a little... Just seems weird. Not that I mind, she's a freaking cartoon, but I don't know. I'd rather it's in the third person for the hammering and always staring at her ass. So I just felt wrong about it. Don't get me wrong, I do love women, but I'm not a big animated women guy. How much stone do we need for this pig of a gate here? Another 280, decent amount. Get to work on that. It's starting to get a little further away to get stone, I'll tell you. Yeah, but you know what it is? Well, whatever. I'm not, like, I just started, man. I mean, I'm lucky to have 79 followers and 110 subs on YouTube. I don't make viral videos. I don't do clickbait type stuff, and I don't self-promote. I do, like, I'll go through Reddit and see someone says, hey, I'm new to the game, can you tell me what to do? And I'll write a few paragraphs on what I do, and then I'll share a video there, right? But I'm not out spamming up my every single YouTube video I make all over the place. I want people that come watch me to actually like what I do and like my content. I'll build a better following that way. I also don't stream much, man. I'm going to start 2 more, but the server is a job. And some of my streams were crappy because I'm so tired when I start streaming. I was pretty new at it first, mic off. For a while, this wasn't working. I didn't know it, and it was picking up my vocals on the cam mic, and it sounded weird. So I'm still learning, and you know, it'll grow gradually. People will be more into what I do, and that's okay. I'm not in a rush on it. It's gonna take 2 to 3 years to get where I want to be, and of course, you know, we're talking about the division earlier. Like now we're into philosophy, and I'm chatting about that. But if I get to get to PvP and I can do my division style where I'm cracking wise, you know, I'm being funny, that's gonna help as well. So, but I was never expecting to do this. Was started with a 3-year idea in mind, and I expect to gradually build people, and the people that come are the people that like the way I do what I do. So I'm not. You know, I'm not kind of like fooling people into coming in only so that they get a different content than they're gonna have. And before I was streaming caves and stuff, just constantly the same thing. Don't get to chat quite as much. Definitely don't get to Babylon like we are today. So this is because I finally took a day away. I had to get outside the box yesterday and really think about what I wanted to do with my streams and where I was going with it. You know, and this was the step in the right direction, I think, to do this, and so that I could chat and play relaxed and chill out, you know. And I used to do live me, man, as ridiculous as that sounds. I always like talking to people. I especially like talking to people I don't know, you know. You won't see me out for dinner with my friends. I do a little bit, but I don't know what it is. I just have a thing with people I don't know that well. I like just chatting and babbling on, so I knew somehow when I started in July that this was what I wanted to do. I just wasn't sure how I wanted to do it, and yeah. So yesterday was like, you know, something I'm doing's off yesterday. I just knew that was something I was doing was backwards, and then I thought, well, what I need to do is what I want to do, and if people like it, great. Instead of trying to figure out what everybody wants, you know. And that's sort of how we ended up here today. And this is what I'll be doing. This is how it's going to be from now on. So it is what it is. It's what it's going to be. Yeah, of course, of course. That's the idea, sort of. And I mean, I can't really stream something I'm not good at, right? So I'm not going to jump, oh my god, everybody's into Fortnite, I'm going to jump on Fortnite. Like, I played this game enough that I kind of know my way around it, you know? The first video I put on YouTube was an admin video because I just knew about that. It's called Admin Tips. It's, I think, first or second video. And it's really just about the philosophies of being admin, you know? And then from there, then I practiced caves a lot, so I got good enough at them to put up some tutorials. And I've played the early game enough to throw down some. Why do I only have 4 walls? Where are the rest of them here? I played tutorials enough to put up some of that stuff. So there we go with 15. Yeah, great. Yeah, that was another thing. And every now and then, someone tells me, well, someone had said, make your picture like a cartoon, like everyone else's. And I was like, look, I got to just be me, man. If people don't like it, that's cool. But the ones that do will like it. But I'm not being anything I don't want to be. I'm not. I don't smile in my pic, which is bad, apparently. But there's a reason behind that silliness, you know. Because that's more me. I have a serious look on my face, and I'm a really nice guy, but I kind of look like I'm mean. And I thought that's a good. Ooh, fuck. That's why it's such a waste. Damn it. That's why I don't. Is that the right way? Yeah, okay, good. So, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm going to do it my way. And the people, here's the thing. It may take longer, but the people that are into it are going to be into it because they're seeing what I'm doing, you know, and that's what they like. So, better off that way. It's the same thing with relationships with girls. A lot of time in the first year or two, or even 6 months, whatever you want to say it is, you're kind of being your best, right? And you want to make sure it goes well, and obviously in a lot of cases you don't have a choice, but I'm just straight up me right off the bat, and that obviously turns a lot of people away when it comes to that sort of stuff. But at least 2 years from now, I don't have to try and be something I'm not, you know, just always be myself. And if you don't like it, you're out, and that's great. I don't have to worry. I need one door frame there, I think. This will be the house part, which is like too big. I'm nervous now. Oh wait, we gotta get our gate going. Oh, I never built the gate. Oh well, I'll do it after. What happens is someone like, they see what other people are doing that works for them, and then they're like, okay, I'm going to do that, and that'll work. But it's not that. It's not like that. And every single YouTuber I check out that has big subs and a lot of people following, they're usually at least 3 years in the game. You know, it's not usually an overnight, unless, you know, you come from Halo and you're pro level. Then I understand. You know, you're already like a pro Fortnite guy, or like I like Dr. Disrespect, and he's really good at the game. So in that case, you might gain quicker, but those guys still put in time, you know, a lot of time. And they came from, two of them, the Shroud, I think he's called, and Dr. Disrespect came from like Pro League, like competitive gaming, you know. So they're really, really good at that game, and that's why people watch them. Well, I'm not going to be doing PvP official and wiping the map with everybody, so I got to just be me, you know, and just babble on. Hopefully people dig it. I have not played Scum yet. I've been thinking about it, but I think I'm literally just going to play Ark until Fallout 76 comes out. I had a couple friends that have played Scum, and they're like, meh, you know. Also, the people that do currently watch me, and there's not many, but my subscribers on YouTube, I have a couple like fans, so to speak, that are interested in what I do. They're doing it. They're watching me for Ark. I kind of feel like I'd be turning my back on them right now to not get more Ark content out. If I jump from game to game, you know, at one point I was like, oh, I'm gonna do some GTA 5 and show off my garage and go on a murder spree and just do that. But plus the community, right? I'm a little nervous. Even when I did this, I was really nervous that the community would think that I'm leaving them because all of a sudden I'm playing a different game, you know. So I'm pretty nervous to go to another game when the original fans, there's a lot that, like at some point I had like 17 viewers because it was all people in the community that watched me. I don't promo my Twitch anymore on Discord. Like if I put up a at everyone on Discord, I get a couple more people in. But I just think that for now, like the base of people that are watching me are ARC players that are already on my servers, and other people that like Metal. He's not on our server, he's PS4, but he comes to watch ARC. So if I switch games now, it's like I feel like I'm kind of selling out on them a little bit. So I've already announced several times that when Fallout 76 comes out, I'm going to play it. And as you guys have already seen, yeah, exactly. As you guys have already seen, there's players in the community that are waiting for 76 so we can play together. So that's like legit, you know. But for me to bounce around games just doesn't, it's, you know, doesn't make sense. But Scum looks pretty cool, and I might try it one day, you know. I like the concept. There's a lot of games like I do. Time is an issue, but there's a lot of games that I kind of want to play that I'm not playing. I think we have enough for this gate now. Yeah. Because I feel like I'll be turning on my community. There's 130 some players in that Discord. There's 50, 60 active members on the servers. You know, there's 34 people on tonight, and all of a sudden their admin, the so-called leader, is off playing another game. You know, I don't know, something about it feels off. Maybe it's just in my head, I'm not sure, but it just doesn't feel right. I know, I did. It was set up. I did it on a personal note. It's easily set up. I already have the stream bot in there. One sec, pardon me. I did have that, and I would announce, hey guys, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Now, if I'm going to go live on the island and fly around from base to base, then yeah, I would announce that, but am I definitely on the front of the raft? Yeah, and I want the trap on the front for sure, yeah. But I stopped doing it just because, you know, if they want to come, they can come, and they can follow me, and they'll see that I'm online, and that's enough. I'm not going to, like, chase them around anymore. That was another change I decided to make. But up until yesterday, every time I went on Twitch, I didn't add everyone. And I just didn't use the bot because I'd write what I was doing. Hey, everyone, I'm doing this cave live on Twitch. Come and join me if you're bored. And they do come. And some of them probably just lurk to help support, to get another viewer in there, you know. But then yesterday I was like, look, if they want to come, they'll follow me and receive a notification and they'll come. And if they don't, they don't. And I'm going to really reduce my at everyone's. There's a few today because we're going through those changes, but that's getting dropped. Like, I'll be responding to other people's things on PM. Like, I'm going to sort of reduce my imprint there because the community's for the people and they're helping each other. They're trading together. You know, that Discord's really for them and a way to contact me when there's an issue, a question, you know, and that's what it's there for. I do already have my tutorial videos up in the tutorial section. You know, if something big happens, I'll put it up there, but enough's enough as far as bothering everybody, I think. And they know where to find me, man. You know, Husker saw that video on YouTube today. That was up there with the water pipe because he gets his notifications. I didn't have to message him. This is gonna drive me a little. I just don't like widths. It's where S plus is great. It's gonna make me mad. Not mad. I mean mad like crazy in the head. There we go. You know, so Husker already knew, and that's what so he watched it. I didn't need to go harass him about it. He probably knew I was on Twitch tonight, but he was playing and doing his thing. And the only reason I made him come in is because it was easier to explain why that stuff was where it was, right? Something's off with that piece. That feels wrong. No, it's good. Good. Yeah, no, and something I definitely have thought about. Now, right now, it's heavy on time, right? Like, there's just only so much time in a day. And it's a lot of hours. And when I first wake up in the morning, especially from Wednesday on, Monday, Tuesday, not so much, there's a lot of message writing. responding to Steam messages, scouring. I have 6 subreddits related to Ark, and I have to go through each one and look for people that are either, that are looking for different information about the game. And I don't want to just promo on Reddit. So if someone needs help with a configuration setting, then I'm going to take the time to fill it out because I don't want my Reddit history to be just about that. And, I want to be able to say when someone trolls me, I want to be able to say, well, check my history, bro. Like, I'm helping people out. What are you doing besides trolling? Stuff like this. So today, for example, there's a guy that owns a server that sent me a thing trying to sell me to join his server. I was like, well, do you know who I am? I'm Biggs around, dude. I got 4 maps, YouTube, Twitch. Why do you think I'm looking for a server? What made you think that? And it turned into another conversation about a lot of stuff, and that was, so there's a lot of typing, and that's the guy that's never going to join. But we chatted a lot. He watched my admin video, and we discussed the state of the game, getting more players, and Boomer Vokanen, a guy I love from Steam who has his own servers, took the summer off of promoting and wanted to talk a lot today to share ideas about how he can get his server back up, get people back in it. So that's a lot of typing. That's 45 minutes gone just chatting with one guy. So it's pretty hard for me to do. So sometimes, by the time I get on to streaming, I've already been awake and typing for tons of hours, I don't know why I deleted that either. I have very few, I have the minimum possible regulations there, but no idea. Maybe I thought it meant it was going to be gay or something. I don't know. I have the lowest thing, and I could probably pop it back down. I'm just a little worried someone's going to... people can't share links because I'm a little nervous some idiot's going to come in and share something that's, really creepy. Until I have someone that's moderating. Like down the road, there might be someone that comes on every time I'm streaming and moderates for me, right? But for now, just keep it. But I don't know why it's editing that. I used to have 0 limitations, and then there was a bit of rough stuff with the PvP servers for the August to 7th whatever wars type deal. So I had to add some limitations temporarily. But this is looking pretty good. We need some ramps right away on the back and front. The gate, it's coming along. Got some stone respawning as well, which is great. Yeah, exactly. And what I'll set up later is, I guess there's like the subscriber thing where they might be able to do different, you know what I mean? So I'm still learning about all that stuff. I've read a lot of it and briefed it over, but there's going to be ways I can set up people that have certain privileges and then others don't, So that'll be something to look into for sure. Uh-oh, something's behind me. That sounds evil. Just you? You gotta go, bud. Sorry, I'm worried about you and your buddies. Let's get it the cheap way here. So yeah, there's a lot of work to be done, and I try and keep a to-do list and have a schedule, and then you lose a whole weekend this weekend because of issues, right? So every now and then you got plans, and then the server, the first priority, no matter what, I've said it 100 times, and it's super cliche now, but the community always comes first. So once everything's done that I can do for the community, like that's why I stopped after 3, that new person had just joined, right? You should never be dumping off, like you should be running your Twitch 7 hours, no break, right? And that new person had just joined, so theoretically I should have just kept going with it, but if I don't get onto Reddit and get onto Steam and get the message out there, then the community loses players, and if the community, because there's always going to be players leaving, so if you're not adding new players to compensate for that, the community dies pretty quick, and you don't want that. So the community has to come first, and so whatever time I have left is for YouTube and Twitch. But I am going to stick to more of a schedule where I'm streaming every night now, and I'm going to run hard on the community daytime. And that's another reason Tribe of Nations kind of has to be slowed down, because without Tribe of Nations I can get a lot more done. Tribe of Nations was heavy because you got to get online every time someone wants to join. It's a couple minutes speech, and sort of some stuff like that. So, didn't I just make stuff? Now I'm getting mixed up a little bit here. I'm gonna get my focus back. I'm gonna go grab another cup of coffee after, and that's gonna help. We could put these ceilings on, a few of them. What the heck just happened to the gate I made? Did I drop it for some weird reason? I'm sure I just crafted one. I put it in a box. I was like really not thinking for a minute. Yep. Better than that trike saddle. It just went missing. I was a little fatigued though. I'm due for a coffee. I'm gonna put this stuff down and then probably get one. Surprising? I shouldn't say it yet, but not too much waste on this one. The flicker happens when you're between those two foundations though. Even that, like I need those things to be lined up the same. The speech is awesome. Nothing wrong with the speech. It's the reason the community is the way it is, because the speech is all about, you know, we do our own thing in here, and you're not going to have a boss telling you what telling you what to do, and it's a great speech. It's on lots of live videos because I did a lot of introductions. People enjoy it. Ask Buddy Billy's like, no, I kind of like hearing the speech. It's a little better if I'm not tired, you know, it depends how the day went, but it's a real, you know, welcome to the tribe, man, and, you know, we like to do things, you know, anyways. Nah, there's nothing wrong with it. The speech isn't like, look, these are the rules, that's just not my style. One of the reasons I made the tribe is because I was talking earlier about the PvP tribe I was in, and all I was allowed to do was guard, you know, guard this and chop wood and do that, and like and these guys that were in charge were way more experienced and way better at me than the game, you know, but it still wasn't fun to play like that and just be like the low end guy. So our tribe was kind of built around, if you want to play with other people, there's people around to play with. If you don't, you don't. You know, it's up to you. And, you know, here's some tribe dinos if you need them. Here's a little house. Get yourself this done. Sort of deal like that. And there's one rule, just don't ride other people's dinos without asking. That's all. See what I mean? That's the one door frame I got, and it's not going to work like that. God damn it, Herc. God damn it. Well, we'll go get the rest of the mats for the door frame, then we'll run and get a quick coffee here. I think I put my hatchet down. Yeah, well, at least the guys let me stand it. This dude, and he was really good, man. He's an impressive player, but he's a bullshitter, you know. But he goes to get a dung beetle, and I didn't know. I was pretty new, so I didn't know the south cave was super easy, right? But he's acting. I gotta stand outside the door because it's PvP, and we got an Argent out there, and you know the last thing you want to do is get bum rushed. So my job's just to stand outside the door, and it's 45 minutes, an hour, because he's getting beetles, and like he's just telling me play by play what he's doing. He's like, no one could do that but me, and this kind of shit. And I didn't know. I thought he was kind of a hero. Now I rock that cave with my eyes closed, you know. But back then I didn't know that. He was an asshole, but not that big an asshole, not compared to the horror stories I've heard. And that's why Arcane, you hear these guys, Bayou Billy, Arcane, Molly, Draxer, these guys really are into what we do because they see the tribe's pretty chill, you know. And the introduction's the way it starts, chill. The introduction's important because it explains, like, here's how it is. If I promote the server and really work hard to get people to come into it, and they join a tribe where the tribe leader's a dick, I lose a player that I've worked hard to get in the server. So it was important that new players started my tribe, and they right away get this feeling of comfortable and do your own thing, and it's chill and da 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 da. And then what happens is, if after they leave to another tribe or it doesn't work out, they've got a good taste right off the start, you know. And that's why it's important, because I put so much time into getting people in. And I know I've already got people that have been like, oh no, that tribe, you know, kind of blows. I don't, you know. So when now people come in and they're not in my tribe, I think I kind of said it to you. I'm not sure. No, maybe not. But someone today, I was like, you know what? Like, take your time. You can easily solo it. And we do bosses and caves together regardless of tribe. So just float around, get to know everybody, and then, you know, once you know everyone, he's like, yeah, I want to see who's friendly. I'm like, look, everybody's friendly, but you're on the right path to kind of just feel it out, you know, see who you get along with. Because I don't want them to just join a tribe right away. Because what if I don't know every player. I don't know how they run their tribes. And it's the same thing it's the same thing at work with the boss. Like, people might be different with me because I'm the admin than they would be with others, you know. So I worry when people come in and they just join a tribe, and if it doesn't work out, they won't tell me about it. They'll just leave and go to another server. So I do like them to either start in our tribe or start on their own. Nowhere else. Yeah, and like I said, you still can. I just gotta hop over there and get you in, which is no problem. Takes a minute. Okay, I need another door frame. Might as well unlock the reinforced door. Man, this raft's almost done too. Like the core part of it. What, am I starving to death here? Got some berries for me, Charky Poo? I don't think so. Okay, so that was okay, but I think I also said it to someone on Steam today in typing. I'm not sure if we talked on Steam today. I thought I just met you on the Twitch. I don't know. But I talked to someone on Steam earlier today. People added me. I had 3 people add me as a friend Saturday night, but I wasn't going to add them Saturday night because the server was having a heart attack and we were trying to figure it out. And Sunday was still a little bit of disgruntleism in the Discord, so I was like, I better wait. You know, I need a happy Discord before I put someone in here. And we had players join Thursday, Friday. They obviously didn't come back because it was so rough. It was just not working. Okay, why can't I get... What am I missing to make this stupid hammer here? Fix and repair it. So, you know, I finally answered 3 friend requests this morning, and one of them was an offer for me to join. Okay, yeah, so you heard the same thing I told to the person this morning on Steam, who also joined. I don't remember their name, but they were getting along good all day, so they stayed. And may eventually join a tribe. And it is the kind of server you can solo it at first, but the game is kind of designed for groups, you know. And I'm totally cool if you want to join my tribe, man. I don't know what time you're going to be online till tonight, but when I'm done this, I'm happy to go into the island, or anytime. Right now, no problem. Like, I'd like to just finish the outside of this raft first. And, or maybe go down to West Zone 3, check out the districts, you know, see what you think. No problem. I can't stress enough that you're more than welcome in the tribe. It's just not the tribe that it used to be. It was so beautiful, but it was too much. Art can't handle it. Imagine this entire peninsula, literally, half of it covered with houses, dinos, and the walls, you know? Yeah, there you go. Like, it was neat. It was a neat concept. People were kind of blown aback by it because I was the only one doing it. And I'll tell you what, people will... People are going to catch on this time around because I talk about how I never used to give away my secret promotion tactics, but I've shown them quite a bit on lives, as well as the whole tribe concept, and some people will take it. And I remember my dad, 'cause he doesn't know enough. Like, I talk to my dad about what I do, and he's a big fan, so to speak. Where the hell's my trek now? But he was like, well, you better copyright your idea. I'm like, I'm like, well, it doesn't really work that way. You know, people are going to take it and use it, but you can't really copyright a Biggs. You can't. I mean, you can't copy a Biggs. You can't. People come play because of who I am. You know what I mean? You can't be that person no matter how hard you try. That's what works. The customer service, which you haven't experienced yet, but what a lot of the guys like is that I'm not a dick. You know, people start off message like, "I know you're busy," and I'll be like, "No problem, man. It's what I do." You know. And even the players I don't like that much, if they get into a problem, I'm over there quick. And there's a lot of snobby admins that get their ego from like bossing people around or being the boss of it, you know, the kids and stuff. And what makes me a little different is I do it like the same way I call it player service, but it's the same way I treated very important customers when I own my restaurant. And that's what kind of sets us aside. And then I react quick. The server goes down, I'm on it. I get out of bed for it. Whatever it takes to keep the players playing. And the reason for that is I hated when I come home from a hard day's work. Yeah, so Dino was there for the wind down. Dino joined at peak, essentially. Only one way to go but down. District 3 never really took off. Uh, Part of that school starting and so on, but Dino knows what's up. And I lost my train of thought there, but whatever it was, you know what I mean. Okay, so let's get this frickin' door frame down. Beautiful. I'm starting to misplace parts and stuff, but I'm gonna get another coffee and get back on task here. The reinforced door I thought I made, or I just unlocked it. I just unlocked it. I need another wall. I need more stone by the look of it. Yeah. Yeah, great. You know, do it. I like that. I love the vibe and the attitude. It's feeling pretty good. Give me 30 seconds though. I'll go grab this coffee. I'll be right back. I'll try and give it other. Oh, good. The fog's rolling in. Get a view of what's going on. My back's starting to feel, but I got quite a bit of energy left in me still for sure. We got to get this thing done. And that's looking pretty good. We got a few more walls. I'll probably ceiling trap that, but maybe not right away. Oh, look at that ceiling. It's too high. Is it? Whole frickin' thing's too high. I can't replace it all, but I don't like those cracks. I bet you I could have put. Look at that one's down low. It's either the ceilings or the walls that are off, but this is all screwed up. But we'll just let that go. Look at this is off. This is garbage. That's not gonna go. That's, oh my god. Anyways, we'll have to just let it slide. That's the kind of thing that makes me nuts, and I think we were talking about why S Plus is so important. It's because of that. You know, I can't tear it down now. I can't keep wasting that piece. But you know I'm gonna. At some point, that'll be repaired. Just can't have it. I don't like that crack. Ah, what are you gonna do? We'll get to it later. I'll be back. Kane's place is nice, and Bayou Billy's place is nice. Draxer's first house was crap, and then he moved to District 2, and Mimph or Sear, I don't remember which, encouraged him not to build a box. Draxer's pretty much 24/7 rag, but yeah, you can see the glory at least this time. Because we've had some amazing builds over the years, and I never saved them. I never had videos or pics, but now there is. So they're kind of, it's always there, you know. Okay, we're going to take some of the thatch, we're going to take some of the wood, we're going to take the trek back out. Get this done. Still got to get in the habit of that T button. That's going to, oh my god. The T button's an issue. That guy was like pissed off. There's a couple guys are really hot tempered. I won't mention names, but I can tell right away they're like, they run super hot. And it's a tough game to run hot in. Just making sure I didn't do something dumb. I was kind of not focused at all, like real lack of focus. I was pretty sure I built the gate, and yet, okay, it's installed. Alright, so all we need now is walls. Walls and more ceilings, and we already have like 4. Not even more ceilings, just walls. Let's go, buddy. Time to get some more stone. More spawned? No. Yeah, down here, not far. Oh yeah, lights are key. Especially the S Plus ones, because you got the dimmers, you got the timers. The lights for this kind of suck. I think they have dimmers now, at least. I also don't like gamma when I'm inside doing stuff, because when you open up your inventory menu, the gamma brightens up the menu a whole bunch. So when I'm inside crafting and working, I gotta have lights. Pretty key. Just check Steam, make sure there's nothing there. 2 monitors. I got a bunch of stuff on my wish list too, like SSD cards, pretty important. Another monitor. SSD, another monitor, and a microphone are the 3 big things. And that's why, like when it's peak time, like on a Sunday, I got an alarm clock every 40 minutes. I'm scouring. Every 40 minutes, refresh all the Reddit, refresh all the Steam. Make sure I'm the first guy. Without that, like there's people answering posts that I've already answered, and that's just the way I like it. Got the stuff I need to fix my gear? I don't think so. Negative. Maybe 1 tool. I don't think. Yeah, nice. Yeah, unquestionably. There's no better mod than S Plus that I can think of. It's a game changer. So 3, 6, looks like 9, 12 walls. 13, counting that one, and the door. Just the pull, transfer gun, turret settings. Got another video, the plus side to S Plus, I think it's called, and it's like my 5 favorite things. And I just have to accept that the boat's going to look a little crappy and it's not permanent. If I had S Plus, I could pick it up and put it again. it's not doable, and it's... I mean, honestly, I'm like, yeah, I gotta redo it. I'm just not sure. I may end up redoing it still. Just a couple pieces. But that's a slows down a game when you're playing with this setup. Totally flunked out when I did it before. That's exactly how I did it the first time. But the district leaders were not ideal. And also what happens is if one district gets quiet, the beauty of having all three beside each other is that when someone does join, they're guaranteed to have people to play with. When they were all spread out, a lot of times guys were solo in a district, and it kind of goes against what the ad says, you know. On top of that, and here's a big thing, the big advantage to the way the districts were set up is you had at one point, say, 30 tribe members active, all compressed to one spot of the map. So it left all kinds of room for other tribes and solo players. And once Tribe of Nations spreads out, they're taking up 3 big sections. And then they spread out a little bit further out of the section, and they make a base here and there. So we ended up, this is the second time Tribe of Nations had a run. The first time there's probably 50, 60 people active in it. And over 3 districts. The third district, the final district, was the Peninsula. District 1 was the government district in the Redwoods, where I first started. So there's 4 districts. District 1 in the Redwoods, but it was called the government district. There's a district where District 2 used to be, which is where Wolf lives now. He's the only one that survived the District 2 purge. And yeah, the other one was up in the northeast, where just next to the Hidden Lake. And it take up too much space and didn't leave enough room for others. And the tribe leaders, what I ended up doing is that if there was like a 16-year-old tribe leader, if I got a young player, I put them in that district. If it was an older, more mature player, I put the more mature players in that district and try to balance it out like that. That was a pure PvP server with no ORP, so, and friendly fire, so you could kidnap your own guys. It was pretty toxic. But we had we peaked out once at 62, 63 players online at, average on a peak time. It was crazy. And that was when the game was running 60, 70,000 players at night. There was no Xbox, PS4, no Arc Mobile. Everything Wildcard had was being put into to PC. And it was still new, it was fresh. It was in EA. Oh, people were a little more tolerant of the glitches and stuff. So it was a different game back then. You're just not going to get that now. I've never hustled. I didn't hustle that hard. Back then I had a job. I owned a restaurant. I worked 60, 70 hours a week and had that many players. I never worked this hard ever to get players and had so little players. It's the state of the game. And I'm a better admin than I was then. I was making a lot of mistakes back then. Because it was PvP and friendly fire, I accidentally left the tribe. I put all the turrets in each of the districts to protect the districts because it was PvP, and at any time someone could attack Tribe of Nations. Most didn't, but it happened. And we had trolls, groups of 5 or 6 that came on and would want to go attack somebody. It's not trolls, PvP players. And I accidentally left the tribe, and my guns killed every dino in all the districts. It was 3 days of respawning dinos for people, stuff like that. So even in my rookie days, when I wasn't as good at this job, wasn't as patient, wasn't as humble, and was working 60, 70 hours a week at a stressful job, so that stress was going into the players when I was dealing with them, unintentionally. And yet still we had about 120 player count on Scorched Earth in the island. And it lagged. You can't have, I don't know, maybe some guys have it, but I think anyone who tells you they've got 80 players on lag free is probably lying. I had 100 player slots. We're at 52 now, but if we moved to 100, it wouldn't matter. We'd still get the same performance. and it did not perform well. When it was 62, it wasn't bad. It ran good enough. Everyone kind of understood, but it wasn't. It was far from perfect. Better get back there and get some meat, place the walls we have, and see what we're left with. Starving to death's a little bit gimpish, but I was pushing a limit there. Let's go, buddy. Not starving to death, but stamming it out. Stamming it out. There's a time where on a Saturday night on Steam, Arc would have 72, 75, 80,000 people. Saturday night's now 26, 30. Today was 32 during the day. I was shocked. That's high. Well, that's definitely going to be enough walls. We needed 12. I think it was 12. I'm not really 100% sure I counted that right, but still need the ramps though. Oh, I'm missing one ceiling, but I think I got that in the box. Like, why is that even flickering? Because it's attaching to the ceiling. That's why it's good to kind of place them last. That looks like junk. This door frame's got to go. I don't care. I'm making another one. Can't handle it. One wall short. Bummer. Two, eh? No, one. What a shame. That's kind of bumming me out. But I think I got the energy to make more walls and fix that. Especially if those stones spawn over there sooner. I think I emptied out the boxes. Not much left in there. Oh. Over here, we got more stuff we can get. Bring with us here. Yeah, I know. I'm huge when it comes to getting that stuff down. And those two walls got to come up, and all the ceilings got to drop. But we're not. We're just gonna maybe just replace those two walls. I had to cook up some meat too. It's getting a little desperate. Grab a stack of berries. Yeah, let's go. Just not sure which direction has the closest stone, but I think it's this way. So ramps, I gotta remember ramps. Better unlock them now. Need ramps on the front and back. Wow, just wood? It's not possible. Did I miss something? Stone ramps level 47? Why? Oh no, it's not. Okay. Just saw it. Nope. Unbelievable. How can it be that high? Am I missing something? It's just doesn't add up. Sword I need. Can make a behemoth gateway before a ramp. Can't be possible. Wooden ramps there, that's what makes me suspicious. At level 12. Adobe ramp 16. That's gotta be metal ramp. I don't get it, I'm heavily confused. It just doesn't add up. Yeah, get some sleep, man, take care. I'm thinking the same thing, but I just gotta finish the exterior of this raft first. It's close. It's the back of my shoulders that get sore. And I'm kind of close to getting it done, too. Those ramps are annoying, though. I mean, I'll use wood for now, but fuck. Something doesn't make sense about that. Yep, I'll definitely be on tomorrow, as always, so I'll probably see you then. I'll be on the island in the early part of the day. For sure. Yeah, it's 3:12. Man. Yeah, I'll be jumping off when my girlfriend gets home. It's probably about a half hour. So I'm running out of time myself now. When he said it's 2 a.m. here, I thought that. But somehow I'm like, it's 2 a.m. here as well. Like, oh yeah, there's time zones. Right. Back then. Got enough here to build the last couple parts. Probably have enough to build the forge and the smithy, or at least the. I can't build the smithy without ignite, so at least the forge. Yeah, 3:15 or 3:13 here. But my goal was to play until roughly my girlfriend got home from work, at least get the outside of the raft done, and we're like right there. I think I have some ceilings on stash. Or I thought I did. I would have liked to have moved everything into the raft boxes, but we're not going to get to that. But mostly done. Definitely a solid, decently solid day's work. Except for that massive waste of time there with the trikes. That's an hour and a half I used unnecessarily. Oh, I can't jump. No good. We're gonna build some wood ramps. I just don't see any. I just can't believe that it's like something just doesn't make sense why the stone ramp would be so high up, but maybe I kind of remember that. I mean, it's just gotta be. 47. Adobe 6 to... Oh, there is no stone ramp without S+. That's why. Boom! I forgot. Yeah, she works at the casino. High rollers section. And her section closes. It's open 24 hours, but her section closes at 3 a.m. She doesn't always work till close, but she does. It's a good job. It's not like the casinos in the U.S. I don't know if you're from the U.S. or Canada. Here they're heavily unionized. And you got a lot of rights, good pay. They offered her a really good job, but she turned it down because she doesn't want it, so she does what she does there. It's a fantastic place to work. What am I missing? Fiber for the ramps, I presume. So that's why I have such a weird schedule as well. And before, when I first sold my restaurant, I went back to work at the place I worked at, and I was working nights as well. I don't know if this is what she wants to do, but she's from a worker family, so they're not into taking any kind of risks. But she does enjoy it enough. It's good enough for her. She's happy enough. What we want to do is cost millions of dollars to do, so we're not doing it. Maybe later. I would have had to borrow $2 million to do it, and I wasn't willing to take the risk. Can I carry these 3 ramps? I think so. I don't know why I'm carrying around these bows. Or those stim bears. I never needed them at all. Really only need 1 on the back for now. The front's most important. Now getting this in there. Oh, that was the spot. Perfect. Sort of. So these 2 gotta be replaced. Do we have enough walls to do it? Sort of. I don't have that ceiling anymore. Can I make a ceiling? Yeah, well that would be great. Exactly. And that's actually going to be a part of it, because I would be always on camp doing that as well. We'll tell that story another time. And we almost did it after we sold the restaurant, but it was $800,000 to buy the land we needed, and then another probably $1 million or 2 to... We could have borrowed it, you know, we had established enough corporate credit to borrow it, but we would have been under so much stress and pressure wondering if it was going to work or not, you know. I would have been doing our IRL streams. I had written a bunch of kind of funky shows for the thing too. I got a whole book full of scripts for that. When it comes. Alright, well this is outstanding. All I need is a few wood ramps here at the front, which I got, at least 2. Traps ready. All we need is the forge, bed, boxes, and smithy inside, and we're golden. And we have the 2 walls here, so let's see if we can fix this a little nicer. Gotta love that flicker. Is that the spot? Oh. No! 2 left. Can't make a mistake now. That's the mark. Perfect. Now it's just like, those ceilings are snug, and it's not the ceiling, so it's these walls that would all have to come in, and I'm just not going to do it. Well, it's pretty basic, but it's going to get the job done. I can't do anything fancy here. Make sure you check out my other raft. And even it never got finished being painted, but this is exactly what I need to do the job. And assuming we make the piece, I just need to fit, say, 2 beds, forge, 2 boxes, smithy in there, and a mortar pestle. So I think we're going to make the, it's like a 70 piece limit on this, right? Or whatever, 68 or something that officials are. So we'll put in the priority pieces and then go from there. Alright, I think that we have enough mats to make the forge. Let's find out. Yeah. I would like to build a table. Maybe I have enough. I hate putting that mortar pestle on the floor, so let's see if we can get that done as well. It's kind of a waste of early game metal. I think it takes 3 raw pieces, but 19 wood. Don't have it? Serious? Do I have it inside you, buddy? Nope. Here? Nope. Alright. Forget that for now. Get our forge in, cook some. We'll get some wood to cook. We got 19, so we can at least cook. Get some of that metal cooked up for our smithy after. Get the bed in here. There's progress. Nothing really useful. And I'm gonna go get the wood for the table. No, I'll get my bed placed inside. Oh, I got 7 more metal there too. That's good. I'd like to have 2 of these stacked at some point. I'm gonna go get that wood for the table and whatever I need for the smithy, actually. What do I need for the smithy? Did I unlock it yet? Negative. Yeah, there it is. Oh, the ignite. Right, we gotta get that wood burning. So let's go get some of that. Get that metal cooking. A little bit of stone just to fix this. It's perfect weather. Enough carrying around the stem berries for nothing, that's for sure. That is a dark, rainy night. And cold. Damn, you can't make another one of these. It's gotta be perfect. It's not, but it'll do. Three wood. What the hell? Yeah, cool, man. Take care. I'm off in a minute anyways. And, you know, jump in anytime. I'm just placing this, I'm just going to burn the metal and I'm done. I'm not going to wait on it for the smithy. I'll just light it up when I go to bed. So. Stream ends in 2 minutes, so good timing, and we'll see you soon, man. Glad you're enjoying the server as well. And thanks for coming out. It's you I should be thanking, because you kept the conversation going, you know. Without the people in it to keep talking, it's not as fun. I still talk, but it's a lot better when I'm talking to someone else other than myself, obviously. Kind of goes without saying. Damn, I thought I had more metal than that. Used up a lot on that table, I guess. It's a bit wasteful. Still got enough for the smithy and hopefully just the pick. Not even, actually. That table was a huge early game waste. Shouldn't have been done at all. So we can make some large boxes here. Not even. Alright, let's shut her down. Alright, well, for some of you will be seeing this in 24 hours on the other app for broadcasting. And even on this one, if you're interested in joining our 4-map cluster, there's links to do that. And you're more than welcome to. And add me as a friend on Steam for any questions. And if you're on the other app, make sure you click on that little bell and subscribe if you liked it. I'm going to call it a night. It's about 8 hours. Get the raft done, get the trike, get the little house on there. The door should be on the front, though, with another couple ramps. That's a bit of a mistake. It's probably going to get fixed tomorrow. Actually will. Just look at how annoying that is. So we'll get that done. And y'all have a great day.